What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the final here, guys. The game is over. The Eagles have won, and they're going to the NFC Championship game.
E-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
We all thought we'd see a good game, but we saw a goddamn good game, guys. I don't know about you.
Absolute dominance.
I didn't think I could be more hyped about the game. I'm more hyped post-game right now. It was a routing, a 38-7 routing of the New York Giants coming up small, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to go back to their hotel rooms and hit the showers.
No,
actually, they can't.
They don't have any water.
Apparently, they can't do that either.
They don't have any water.
The other thing they can't do is they can't win in South Philly. That's 10 straight home games for the Eagles, beating up on the Giants, guys.
Yep.
What an amazing game.
Death Valley.
This is the kind of game, I don't need to take my heart medicine beforehand. I'm good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I just sat through. I was actually waiting for it to end. I kind of started feeling bad for the Giants at one point for about 10 seconds, and I remembered it's the Giants.
It's the Giants.
And I love every last second. Guys, welcome into EOP Sports. What a hell of a game. Like I just said, the Eagles are going to the NFC Championship game. 38-7 routing of the Giants. Talk about a lopsided game. Frank, give me your first reactions to it.
My first reaction is, God, love Sirianni. Where did he come from? Second year he's in the NFC Championship game. This is unbelievable. The Eagles just opened up a can of whoop ass on the Giants and said, "Here it is, boys. Come and get it." I guess that underdog mentality didn't work for them tonight.
Yeah, stop trying to steal our stuff, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Guys, like I said, Frank is joining me again. He was here with the pregame. Frank is from the Patterson Ave Fanatics. We had Pat Bernard earlier from P&M in the AM. We had the P. We dropped the P. We brought the M. Mike Lauro's in the house. Mike, what's going on, bud?
What's going on, Al? Listen, my guy, for me, my takeaway, Lane Johnson.
Yeah.
Lane Johnson. Did he not look like
beast
bulldozing his way tonight?
Beast mode.
Yeah, I mean, he looked healthy. There's a couple of times you saw early in the game, maybe a little hitch in his giddy up a little bit. He wasn't 100%, but as the game rolled on, which you would thought would have been the opposite effect.
Yeah,
he kept going.
He
strong.
got loose.
He looked loose. He looked happy. Maybe winning cures all. That kind of stuff. I don't know, but he looked good. A couple times it looked like Jack Stoll can't give him a little spell, but other than that, he was in there.
Yep.
And hopefully another week of rest will give him time to be even more healthier now come the NFC Championship game.
Going to need him
Sunday.
They're going to need him. They're absolutely going to need him.
I'll tell you what, the Eagles' offense tonight, they really set the tone for this game.
Oh,
they took that ball right down the field on this Giants defense. And, that's all, I did a crossover show with my son yesterday. Okay, my son's a Giants fan. We did a crossover show. And I'll tell you what, only thing I kept hearing about was, well, we weren't healthy the first time, we played you guys. And, we didn't have this guy or that guy. Well, they had a Dory Jackson in there.
Yeah.
That was the healthiest Giants team that they've had all year.
Oh, yeah.
And the Eagles hung up 31 on them.
Yep.
Right now, I'm really stoked. I don't care who comes into the link next week.
Yeah,
they got an ass whooping coming.
It's gonna be a great game no matter what. I think the Eagles put the rest of the national media on notice and said,
that's another thing too, Frank.
Ignore us at your own risk.
Yeah.
And wait, is it Mike Lauro, Mike Luro, Mike Lura?
No, I'm sorry. You call me Mike Lario.
Lario, that's it.
We'll Super Lario over here. But guys, like I said, 38-7 routing of the Eagles Giants.
Yes.
Guys, we are here live still at Kelly's Corner Bar, 400 Patton Avenue. We want to, first of all, gracious host here tonight.
Yes.
Oh, dude,
great crowd, by the way, here.
Great crowd.
Passionate
Give yourself
Eagles
a hand,
fans.
Guys. Great crowd.
The
great hostess.
bartenders are great. The cooks are great. The food's here is great. I'm going home 20 pounds heavier. Aaron, thank you for having us. Seriously, had a great time, but we ain't done yet. So let's run through this game real quick.
Yeah,
because
let's break
it's
it down.
lopsided.
Let's
It's
break
gonna
it
be
down.
the margin's midnight green the whole way through.
Absolutely.
Let's start with the first quarter. 2 scores: one 16-yard pass to Dallas Goedert and a 9-yard pass to Devontae Smith puts the Eagles up 14-0 in the first. Then in the second, 3-yard run from Boston Scott. Of course, Boston Scott
Of course,
Boston
you know,
Scott.
continuing his ownage
Yes.
of the Giants.
Yes.
And then
71% of his touchdowns come against the Giants.
and Jalen Hurts said shoulder what and got himself another rushing TD, 5-yard TD.
Yes, he did.
To end the first half 28-0. And let's just looking right up there. I'm gonna give you some stats and I'm gonna get your guys' first half reactions. Jalen Hurts was 71%, 12 for 17, 118 yards. The discrepancy overall in the game, not discrepancy if you want to call it that, but not something you probably would expect to see from an Eagles offense, but they had total 416 yards.
For the
148 of it was passing.
yes.
The rest at
Rest.
268 was rushing, which we all exactly wanted to hear and see.
Yes. Yeah, well, Gainwell. Get the third string running back. It's 12 yards? 114 yards?
yeah,
114 yards. First Eagle to have over 100 yards in the postseason since 2006.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
Brian
Brian
Westbrook.
Westbrook. Right.
But I'll tell you what, we got to give love to the offensive line.
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence kind of called out Jason Kelsey earlier this
Yep.
week with his comments saying that Jason's really good when he has a guard helping him. Well, I don't know, guys. I just watched a 4-hour football game and
Yes.
I didn't see Dexter Lawrence anywhere.
No, he
and
didn't
I
register
didn't see
sack.
Leonard Williams.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, one of the keys that we talked about out leaving is going back
Isaiah
and-
Hodges was a non-factor in the
Yeah,
non-factor.
where
offense.
was he? I mean,
They all were non-factors. I mean,
Dude,
the whole team
yeah.
was a non-factor.
it's a bad night for the Giants when Ricky James is their leading wide receiver.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
a bad night, man. It's a bad night. And
Rick James couldn't save him in this one.
Rick James couldn't save him.
Saquon got his plays. He got his runs.
Yeah.
But
He did.
But he was still held to,
Yeah.
he was kept honest. I mean, the rushing on there, and they weren't too far off on like 4.5, 5 yards of carry, but
right.
that's all they had. In the 7 yards that they finally got, it ate up 8 minutes of clock.
Right.
Yeah, the 7 points. I mean, it took them forever.
Time of possession was what, 2-1? Just about 2-1.
Total time of possession, I got it right here. 35 to the Eagles and 24. So
Yeah. It's like almost a whole quarter.
Yeah,
That's
the
a whole
Giants,
quarter of possession. You can't win that way.
Yeah, the Giants had. Listen, where I feel like the Giants could have stayed in this game, honestly, if they would have went to their rookie tight end, because the Eagles have a little bit of trouble covering tight ends. They didn't utilize their tight ends like they did a week ago. And I'll tell you what, as much as people brought up about how the Eagles should use Dallas Goedert because of what we saw Hawkinson do to them a week ago,
Yes.
I'm sorry, but their safeties, they had no answer for Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert straight brodied them from the second play on.
Yep.
and he trucked them too. It wasn't just
Yeah.
like I caught the ball on you a bunch of times.
It's like, no, get out of my way.
That first touchdown he had, he should have been tackled at least 4 or 5 yards before.
Yes.
And he almost
line of-
scored another one. I mean, on almost a
Yeah, he
great
Yeah.
did.
run.
Yeah, he almost got another one.
That was the Boston Scott. ended
yes,
up
that
picking up
3-yard
the
touch.
rest.
Yeah, 3-yard touchdown.
The
But
giant
guys,
killer.
here's the thing, and I'm sharing this information with all our friends here at Kelly's. I'm going to share this with all our EOP family. Sherry'sTickets.com. Get on there now.
Yeah, you can get your tickets for the NFC
tickets
Championship
will be
game.
there for you. And
10%
guess what?
off.
The price on the screen is the price you're going to pay. There's no hidden fees. You will not be paying $150, $200 at checkout. And guess what? Use the promo code EOP10. Get 10% off extra at the end. EOP10 will save you money, and you'll already save money going with them. I told you I looked up tickets for tonight and used the other guys. $100, $150 difference depending on how you look at it. It was ridiculous. So
That's big.
Sherry'sTickets.com. And still, once again, guys, we're still, and there's plenty of night ahead of you. So come on down to Kelly's if you're looking at a party. You're coming back from the game. We're right off of 95 here, right south of the
291,
airport.
baby. Right from 291. Make
Joey
sure-
Marks is chiming in. Hurts equals MVP.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame postseason doesn't count that vote.
Yeah, unfortunately. But that was your first quarter. So in the defense, did their job, shut them out.
Yep.
Donuts the whole time. Hassan, we talked about both Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat. Both, there was 1.5 sacks for Hassan, and there was half a sack for Sweat. and an INT for Bradbury against his former team.
That's his second one too.
Yeah.
That's the second one.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, let's give Josh Sweat on that in the fourth quarter when he came around the backside and hit Daniel Jones, knocked that ball out.
Yeah, the strip sack.
Oh,
Strip sack was nice.
It was nice. I'll tell you what.
BG got himself some. He got himself some wood there.
Yeah,
Yep.
BG. I'll tell you another guy who had a good game was Fletcher Cox.
Yes.
Cox had a good game. And how about the rookie Jordan Davis? Jordan Davis made some plays in this game in his limited time on there. I thought the young
Well,
fellow.
they couldn't run up the middle.
No, they couldn't do it. As you hear here, they are going nuts here.
Yeah.
Here at Kelly. So
Listen, guys, come down and check it out. If you can't come tonight, come another night. You will have a good time. Trust me here.
Best food in Delco.
Now let's halftime. We had a great halftime show with our boy Shane and Dibes from the Painted Lions. Did an amazing job. They had smiles on their face. The smiles didn't end there. Let's look at the second half of the game. Yes, the Giants got 7 points on the board. Final 8-yard run from Breida. But in that time, they took up almost 8 minutes of time from the third quarter, which ultimately hurt them. All the Eagles defense did was just kept them from hitting a home run, as you kept saying, Frank.
They don't have home runners.
And it allowed them to keep them out of the game. I mean, they had to score 4 touchdowns just to tie.
Yes.
Coming in the second half, which is a hard feat to begin with. And then doing that on top of it, it's tough. You can't. It's a real hard sell. And that was all you're going to get from the offensive output from the Giants. After that, a little close fumble when Jalen Hurts got some pressure on him. Popped right back up. That's the other thing. Jalen Hurts did not look like he had any fatigue in his arm.
He looked fine.
We saw that bomb early in the game to Devonta Smith.
Yep.
And he didn't even wince. You didn't see him kind of rotating the arm around.
He popped right up. And
he looked good to go. And I'll tell you what, again, we've been touting the offensive line right for this game. They only gave up 3 hurries to the Giants today. 3 hurries. That's it. No sacks. They kept them clean. Jalen had time to throw the ball in the pocket. He made some really good throws tonight. He was able to move. He didn't look like somebody who was suffering from, his shoulder bothering him. He was able to get out there and do what he did. So between the offensive line and the defensive line, those guys are they're my players of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
they couldn't stop us.
We have a question here. What happened between Sirianni and AJ Brown?
Nothing. It was just probably him telling them, "Yo, we're going to sit you."
Yeah, we don't need you.
Done.
There's no reason. You're kind of limping or whatever it is. So if there's more to it, we'll get to it. But I haven't
think
seen
there's any more to it. I think he was just disappointed that he didn't get his right at the end of the game.
Meacham is sad. Well, I guess he's a Giants fan. Yep, that is a Giants fan. I hope AJ Brown wanted more playing time. Listen, guys, a win's a win. I know everybody wants to be the hero of the game, but I like the fact that you want the ball, but at the same time, everybody's walking out of this thing healthy for the most part. It looks like there doesn't seem
it doesn't look like
any lingering anything. Nobody went down. No new injuries. Hopefully, we get to see a Avonte Maddox next week. We get to talk about Eagles guys for another week. Talk about playing.
Not only talking, it's the NFC Championship game. This is it. They're in the Final Four.
Joey Mark saying Gainwell had a great game.
Yes, he did.
I think that's an underestimation right there. He had an amazing
I'll tell you what.
game.
Can we give Miles Sanders some love too? Because Miles Sanders was the beast tonight. He was the bell cow.
Yeah.
I know Gainwell was going to get the headlines because he had more yardage, but
no, he was trucking his carries.
Every time Miles Sanders got the ball, dude, he was popping 5 yards.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He did not even have to worry. So the way I'm looking at it is this, man. The way this team right now, the way they ran the ball tonight, to me, it looks like they're back to the way they were looking earlier on this season. They're running the football. They're saying, "Stop us if you can."
Well, that's where you're going to get the national media now. They're going to have to rethink what they said and did this week.
Good.
Good.
Because you know what?
Because there were questions. There were questions about Hurts' health. It was question why did the offense go flat in the last month? Well, they answered all the questions tonight. They said, "Okay, you got to stop this mess."
It's
good
funny.
luck with that.
It's funny. I'm looking up on the screen right now. Fox 29's on, and friend of Edge of Philly Sports, Chris O'Connell's on there.
Yeah.
he is in the crowd like the people exiting the link, which
Yeah.
has got to be a dangerous job knowing everybody's been half shot in the ass. At this
Oh yeah,
point.
they're all
Yeah,
they've been
everybody
out
who
there
went to that
partying
win-
since
Yeah.
9 o'clock this morning.
And he's a local guy too, and like he's probably as excited as everybody else is being an Eagles fan. But
Yeah.
but you said give love to Miles Sanders. He was only 10 years off from having 100 yards himself.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I mean, he was 17 for 90 with 5. I mean, Gainwell had 9.3 yards average. He had 5.3 yards. Jalen had 3.8 yards, and Boston Scott had 5.3 yards average carry. I mean, you take that all day long.
Yes.
All day long, I take that.
They ran to their strength, and they took what the Giants gave them, and especially in the second half. Once they controlled the scoreboard, that was it. It was over.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going back looking at it too, yeah, the Giants were healthy, but I mean, they had some key guys coming back, kind of off injury, like Alojiari.
Yeah.
I can never pronounce his name.
Alojiari, yeah.
But,
Alojiari.
yeah, that kid's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a straight beast.
Listen,
he can,
I said to you guys earlier, Giants are kind of reminding me of what we looked like it last year.
Yep.
Had some rough sledding, key injuries, just still learning. Some new guys, new coach,
Right.
new transfer
Now, from
quarterback.
30,000 feet, they're scary.
They have a good future ahead of them if everything works, but their future means nothing to me right now.
No,
But yeah,
no.
right. They were just outmatched tonight. We were the better team going into it. We all knew it.
I'm going to tell you this. I'll tell you this. That team won't forget this beatdown.
No. And they don't forget
and
the
if
stats
they
that we
push
do.
the right buttons. They're going to give it back to us in a couple of years, and they're going to be really,
Oh,
really, really,
listen,
really good about it.
Listen, you know what? I've been waiting for that because if you really look at it, we've had our way with the Giants for the last decade and a half.
Yeah,
I mean, we as of tonight, it's 32-4
yeah,
out of the last 36 games.
yeah. No.
That's 15 years, man.
Yeah, they don't
you
want to
know?
talk to us.
So I mean, like sooner or later, they're going to get better.
It's
And
going
I
to
like
come back around.
Yeah, and I like the direction they're going in. They got a good head coach. They got a solid, GM. The Giants are going to be around for
Well,
a
they're
while.
going in the right direction. They got the right coach.
Yeah.
Dable's a good coach.
He
Very
is.
good coach.
And you know what? If you're a Giants fan, you got every right to be proud of your team, dude.
Absolutely.
Nobody picked the Giants to make it to the final 8 this year.
No.
So if you're a Giants fan tonight, man, listen, yeah, it's an ass whooping. It sucks. It sucks to a division rival. We've been there with Dallas when they've beaten
Yeah,
us.
sure.
You just tip your hat and
Yeah. Listen, here's the thing is the Giants, they got whooped tonight, and they might need a good lawyer. So I know who I would call David R. Cherry because Dave Cherry is the man. Personal injury, motor vehicle accident, workers' comp, and criminal law because what the Eagles did tonight to the Giants
yeah, that was
could have been
criminal.
borderline
Well,
criminal.
The Eagles are the ones that need the lawyers because they committed assault tonight.
Yeah, right. But 610-565-0300 or check Dave Cherry out at cherryinjurylaw.com. Guys, we're still here live from Kelly's Corner Bar. We once again want to thank them for having us.
Yes.
Aaron's amazing. The whole
Aaron
staff's
Kelly's
amazing.
wonderful.
Yeah.
The people here are awesome too.
Kitchen staff was
Dude,
on
if you
point
guys-
tonight. Their
Yeah.
food
You guys
was
come here, you got to
outstanding.
get the cheesesteak egg rolls, man. They were phenomenal. And the burger.
I told you, it's
Frank,
they're off. the
Frank
hook.
was on point for once.
Yeah.
The old guy was on point tonight.
He knows his food.
You're damn right. I
So
do.
let's look at the last bit of the fourth quarter here. Field goal by Jake Elliott in the fourth quarter for 30 yards. Made it 31-7 at that point. Of course, we saw the Josh Sweat strip
Yes.
sack, and then the sack on Brandon Graham gave him.
Yep.
Then Gainwell tore off a 35-yard run for 7 more points, making it 38-7.
Yeah, nice little capper.
Yeah, what gave him the 112 yards.
Right.
And like I said, first time an Eagle to have 100-plus yards in the postseason since
Since
2006. And like we said, the one thing they're not going to forget is the 10 straight home game whoopings that we put
Yeah.
on them.
Yep.
They need to win. We said checklist coming into the season. What do we need to see from these Eagles to feel like they're moving forward, that Jalen Hurts could be the man, that Nick Sirianni could be the coach of the future, and all those things? Well, one of the checklists the Giants are going to have
Yeah.
to get the monkey off their back will be win at the link.
No, they're going to be measuring themselves against us.
Mhm.
That's what they're going to do. We are the measuring stick for the Giants, but we always have. It's always been a great rivalry with the Giants. They went through 8 years of lousy coaching, bad management, but they got the right people in charge now, and they're going to be scary in a couple of years because that guy knows what he's doing.
All right, guys, let's go to some of the comments real quick here. Kumar Nadir is saying Boston Scott, he did his thing too. Ryan Smitty saying it's one of the middle going to stop worrying about the national respect. That's Frank. Listen, we're Philly fans. We'll never get the respect, and we're always pointing out. I mean, it is what it is.
What's up, Schmitty?
Yeah. Peggy Finnegan saying, let's see what Peggy's got to say. When having a hold a call towards the very end of the game, my son and I actually said, was that the first holding of the whole game? Do we miss something? It was a clean game.
It was. It was
Very clean game. There was people questioning that helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yeah, Job at the end. I thought that was going to be helmet to helmet.
Yeah, I thought that was
like a missile.
All right, let's see. Who cares who's playing the victim? Oh, sorry. Who cares who's playing the victim? Hurts is a stud. Mike Laura will tell you I've been saying Hurts so good from the jump. Yes, you were one of the.
Who was that?
That's Ryan Smitty.
Yeah. Smitty, me and Smitty, we don't agree on much, man, but me and him kind of agreed on that. I thought Hurts would take a big step this year. I didn't think it would be this big.
I thought it was. I had a feeling you could make a step again, not this big, not this caliber, MVP caliber.
Nobody did.
No.
Nobody thought that. Nobody.
We knew we had
a playoff team.
Well, we knew we had the intangibles.
Well, I mean, the leap that he has made as a quarterback this year, it's like he jumped 2.5, 3 years ahead in his understanding of how the game is played. He's a completely different guy than he was last year. It's amazing to see, and he just put San Francisco and Dallas on notice. You better come strapped up next week because guess what? This kid can play and he's healthy.
Kumar is saying we are the best team at home in the last decade. Now I don't know if he's saying the NFL or the Eagles, but we're one of the best Eagles teams I've seen. I mean, could you guys say?
I've never seen it. I've never seen a team.
I was going to say
better than
2017. This is a better team.
It's the best. I'm 61 years old. It's the best team I've ever seen.
All right, so we'll go with that.
Best team I've ever seen.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. They played really well.
Up and down the lineup. They 17 gave us a Super Bowl. They're always going to be a great team to us. And Andy had some great teams, but front to back,
that was lightning in the
front
bottle.
to back, offense to defense. This is the most talented team I've ever seen in my years of watching NFL football. The Eagles are just the best team I've ever seen. This team.
Oh, Kumar liked my ad break. You're welcome, bud. We aim to please. Let's go to some more of the comments. What's up, guys? What's going on, Sean? The blue shirt where's the blue shirt? I guess we kicked him out.
We kicked him out.
We kicked. Yeah,
had that blue shirt on. We told him to leave.
Yeah.
Let's see Joe Mark saying Eagles are measuring stick for the NFC.
I agree.
Yeah,
you have to say that now.
Yeah,
that? You have to say that now.
Well, they don't want to say it, but they're going to have to.
So Kumar saying in the NFL, his last statement, best team at home in the last 10 years in the NFL.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
There wasn't too many lean years,
Sirianni, 2-year coach, 23-11. First 2 years.
I just think people.
I'm sorry, I don't know any coaches who's gone 23-11 in their first 2 years.
TJ saying the first time in history of the New York Giants they've ever been swept 3 games, and also the first time they ever lost to the number 1 seed in the playoffs.
Yes, that is true. The Giants were 6-0 coming in playing against the number one seed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is the Eagles beat the Giants 3 times. There's a chance they could play 2 division rivals 3 times in the same year, and I'm not sweating it. I'm not sweating it. And you know what, guys? One thing you shouldn't sweat either is if you're like, we're 1 step closer to the Super Bowl, and I want to go.
Well, you can do this.
You can do this. Go to phillysportstrips.com right now. Sign up for it. Put your deposit down, and don't sweat it because if they don't go for some reason, or even if they do go and you can't make it for whatever reason by January 31st, you cancel. 100% goes back to you. All that refunded back to you. No, just no chance here. Just take it. And you're not gonna have to go. Oh, I'm gonna go pay all this money to go to a Super Bowl with 2 teams I can care less about. Right. Don't worry about it. Philly Sports Trips, they're nuts, but it's going to help you out. I've never heard of such a deal.
I've never heard anything like that.
phillysportstrips.com. Check them out. Tell Vince.
Yeah, the teams will be decided by that point. The teams will be decided by Sunday night. And you got Monday and Tuesday to cancel the trip.
Guys,
and you'll get your money back.
You get your money back.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat that. And one thing that couldn't be beaten were the Eagles tonight. Giants tried, couldn't do it. And They tried to hype themselves up. They tried to get through it. Maybe it was the lack of shower they had today. They couldn't get past.
That's what it was.
Well,
they couldn't take a hot shower today.
You don't think that the team would actually stink, but they actually did stink tonight.
Yeah. The guy got a Barkley jersey. Listen, I give this guy credit. You guys can't see him on camera. He's still wearing his jersey.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the toilet paper's out, so you can use that, bud. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Sorry, I got much respect for Saquon. Saquon's a hell of a player. Much respect for that.
I gotta say, yeah, I'm a Penn State guy, so
Yeah. How can you
I
not
love
like
him.
Saquon?
I love Saquon, love Miles. So he cost me mine too, man. But hey, it happens. But something that I noticed during the game tonight with this Jonathan Gannon's defense. Did it seem like tonight he kind of pressed these receivers a little bit tonight?
He did in the first half.
Not that much in the first half of the first quarter,
Right.
but yeah, once they they saw him get a little yardage, he put a little more man press
clamped down
coverage,
on him.
and he clamped down on it. He pulled back a little bit more in the second half and gave him a little breathing room. With why they kind of were able to slowly
Right.
drive down. But I think at that point they didn't care about the scoring.
No, they were
said,
letting them burn clock.
Let them burn the clock.
Right.
Let them burn the clock. I mean,
Yeah, I just felt like that defense was in attack mode in this first half.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They were really attacking, flying around the ball. You even saw Kayvon Wiles come in on a couple blitzes on Danny Dimes. So, I think, all in all, the Eagles, man, they put a great game plan together.
All
I
the
think
way
it might have
around.
been a little bit of coy gamesmanship going on there with Hurts and, not being able to play and whatnot. Because, like I said, he looked fine to me throwing the ball.
Well, here's
He's
the thing:
healthy, and that's scary.
Oh, that's dead scary.
there's some little weird things happening early on, and the chain broke.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there yelling, going like, "It's an NFL team. You don't have a closet full of these things." And somebody, they're
Dude, if
using
I had a
medical
phone-
tape.
If I'd have had a phone and taped out, it would have been all over EOP.
The only
for
time I
years
had
to come.
lost my mind the whole night was over the stupid chain.
Over the chain break.
And then, of course, Daniel Jones's
Contact
comes
comes
out.
Scott
I was
Zach
like-
Bob's out.
There's Tyrod comes in, comes out.
What was the deal with them giving them the timeout back?
I couldn't hear what they said exactly. The guy kind of said the reason is it was a referee reason, and they were going to call timeout anyway. So I don't know.
I didn't understand that at all. I was like, wait, nobody gives timeouts back.
I'm guessing it was since we don't care because it's a non-factor. Nobody's
Yeah,
going to
really.
fight about it. Thank you for the epic ad breaks. Thanks, guys. It's all about transitioning here at EOP.
Yeah, well, you gotta break it up.
They can press in coverage now because Gardner Johnson's back. Hopefully, if Avonte Maddox is back,
Oh,
they can lock down their. And they did. They, for the most part, at the end when they were trying to throw the ball because they had no choice in the matter in the last half of the game, he had nobody to throw to. That's where all the sacks came in. He had 5. They give the Giants O-line. They gave him time. There's just nobody to throw to.
Right. No, they don't have anybody to throw to. So looking ahead, we're gonna get either the Cowboys or the Niners. Which poison would you choose to take?
Of the Niners or the Cowboys?
Not who you think's going to win the game.
Who would I rather play?
Yes.
The angry Philly fan in me wants to say Dallas,
Yeah.
but if I'm the guy who's looking for the better matchup, I mean, I guess San Fran, because if they win, that means there's 12 games in a row San Fran won,
Yeah.
and that's hard to keep going to 13 and so on and so forth. And Brock Purdy,
You're bringing a rookie quarterback into this.
and into
nightmare.
this and the thing is, if you guys look at the Niners games since Brock's been in there, I mean, they're playing teams that were lesser. They were playing lesser teams, and they had to play from behind a few times. You come to South Philly and try to play from behind.
You're done.
Ask the Giants how that felt.
Yeah.
Listen,
Their behinds are hurt.
a lot of people are like looking at this 49ers team. Yes, they're good. Okay, but I'm gonna throw their argument right back at them. Okay. They haven't played an offensive line like ours all year. They haven't
No.
played a defense
Well,
like
they
ours
haven't
all
in the
year.
last. They haven't in October since the end of October. They haven't played an offensive line like
No,
ours.
the last good offensive line they played was Kansas City, and Kansas City thumped them really
Now,
good.
I mean, San Francisco's front seven is nasty. And I mean, that's with a capital N nasty. Nick Bosa is no joke. You know, their linebackers are no joke. But their secondary, you can throw on those guys.
I don't know.
If they give Hurts time, if they got to play San Francisco, going to give Hurts time,
yeah,
the Eagles are going to win
We have
that battle.
We have a couple fans pointing this out. Same score as the Philadelphia-Minnesota NFC Championship game
Really?
yeah, it was 38
on the same day 5 years ago.
How about that?
Okay. Can you say karma?
Yeah.
So that's a pretty crazy stat. Same
Yeah.
exact score.
Same score,
same
same day, 5 years later.
Our boy Quentin is saying he wants the boys, as in the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, we all would look if we get the boys, we're going to be crazy this week. This town will be nuts.
Lamar's saying, let's give the rookie a welcome to the NFL.
Yep.
So I guess that's what he wants. He wants the Niners.
Wants Purdy.
TJ said, I want the Cowboys to come to Philly. Jalen needs the Cowboys in a big game. And that's the thing is, like, it's that I'm telling
that
you
would
guys,
settle a lot of arguments.
come the end of that Cowboys-Niners game, if the clock ends and the Cowboys win, from that moment to that game on next Sunday, it's going to be just – it's going to be nuts. Like, dude, I'm not going to be able to think about anything. I'm like, my mind is going to be somewhere else the entire time. Like, I don't know what I'm – it's just going to be constant. And we all know what Cowboy fan cockroaches they are.
Yeah.
You saw they pound their chest when they beat a bad team in the middle of the season.
Right.
Can you imagine if they're coming to South Philly and just going to run their mouths? And we know they're all over here sprinkled throughout the tri-state area. Damn cockroaches.
Maybe we could kill the water in their hotel next week.
Listen, cockroaches live in shit. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Listen, I don't really care who it is.
No, it
to be
doesn't
honest
matter
with
to
you.
me.
It don't matter because you know what? Like I was saying, they got to come to South Philly.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Anytime Dak's in a pressure situation, he chokes. He chokes.
We'll see this week. He hasn't played a defense like this. San Francisco's defense
Yes,
is no
yeah.
joke.
He played against the Eagles.
Well, he played
defense.
us. Yeah.
And saying Bradbury and Slay is going to be the rookie's nightmare. Road to Super Bowl through Philly, absolutely. Joey Marks is saying Purdy will get dirty in Philly. And my ADHD is going to be unreasonable for another Cal Lane's game. Let's go Niners.
Niners, huh?
Hotel issues 2 weeks in a row. We'll get the attention of the NFL, right? That'd be funny if like all Philly hotels are like, no, we're not taking you in. We'd rather not take you in.
Or just pass out their phone numbers
Yeah.
so people can call them all night long.
All right, guys. So as we told you, we are here at Kelly's Corner Bar, 400 Patton Avenue in Leicester. So there's still plenty of time to come hang out and celebrate an amazing game. You're coming from the game, just go down 95 past the airport and come right in. It's only minutes past the airport. The food's great. The drinks are great. The people here are awesome. Great Eagles fans.
Still got a great crowd here.
Huge crowd here, guys. Just enjoying a good time. Aaron, once again, thank you.
Yes.
This place is amazing. It's run a tight ship ran. I love it. But 38-7 Eagles are going to the NFC Championship game. It's going to be here in South Philly at the Link. It's going to be utterly amazing. And like I said, Giants or Cowboys or Niners, it's going to be off the wall.
Yes, it's going to be off the hook. Off the hook.
So tomorrow, you'll have some more reaction in the morning if you're up early, 9
That's right.
a.m.
Yeah, you'll be joining me and the Gobbler. And
Breakfast with Mike tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's really funny. We were here tonight, and I literally saw the Gobbler put so much meat in his mouth. It is really a horror show.
That was before the food was served.
Yeah, that was before the food was served.
Yeah. But no, I mean,
Trying to make up for that blue shirt he was wearing.
yeah, right. So thanks,
what I
Pat, for
deal
joining us earlier. Thanks to Shane.
Yes.
And thanks to Dives for doing the halftime show. Thanks to all our EOP boys doing things behind the scenes. Joey Shear and Freddie Burns doing all the social media posts while we were here. Guys, it's just amazing. We love having an EOP. Go to EOPsports.com. All the articles are up on there. Everything we have, great, easy to use website. Sign up for the newsletter. Newsletter is blowing up. Every Friday we put out the newsletter with all the stuff that you missed between in the last week. Got some cool other newsletters coming out with some great contests, giveaways, things like that.
Yep.
Great. Just thank you to our sponsors, PhillySportsTrips.com. Go there, get your Super Bowl tickets. Thanks to Dave Cherry.
Yes.
If you guys get hurt at work, at the car accidents, you know it, you name it. Dave Cherry is your man. And of course, Sherry's Tickets. You need Sherry's Tickets now. Guys, pull out your phones. Go to Sherry'sTickets.com. Get your NFC Championship tickets
games.
now. EOP 10 saves you 10%. No hidden fees. It's the place. And let me tell you something.
Take
guys,
care of your
once again,
bartender.
take care of your bartender. Thanks to Erin here. She's
Yes.
the best.
Yes.
The food's here is amazing. Thanks to everybody
Thank
here.
you so
at
much,
Cali's.
Aaron, for having us here today.
Guys,
We loved being here.
great Philly fans. And I saw a couple Giants cockroaches scurrying
There's a
in.
couple giant people
she,
here.
She sprayed them and they all scurried
They
right
scared
out.
the hell out.
So thank
Got
you.
rid of those pests.
And I'm not just saying it because we're here. The food was amazing.
Yeah, it really was, man. It was really good.
I'll skate around if I don't think the food's amazing, but it was.
Oh, it was
Great
awesome.
place, great people. Guys, I'm Big Al.
I'm Frank Finnegan.
I'm Mike Laura. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
We out.
Later.
out.